Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cape Time, and we are here to discuss Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And oh my God, I am freaking pumped after that first episode, man. What a ride, Tom. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm all right. Just it's been quite a week, but this episode was really fun. It was good. It was good. It was a good first episode. I'm very excited for the show. It's nice that it's a 6-part series instead of a 9-part series, so we don't have to deal with waiting 9 weeks, well 8 weeks, because the first 2 episodes released at once, and and they're longer episodes, which is nice as well. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped about this series.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I had a few goals for the show, and so far they're accomplishing both. One, after WandaVision, I need straight up kick ass action. We got a good amount of that in this first episode, and I don't even think we scratched the surface of that yet. I think we're going to get much more in the later episodes. And two, make me care much more about Sam and Bucky. And so far, they've done an
So
excellent
far,
job of
so
that.
good there.
That's where they're doing great. Especially Bucky. Oh my God. That
Yeah,
sequence is so sad. Like, dude, when I put two and two together that he killed the
yeah.
dude's son, I was like,
I put it together immediately. I'm like, oh shit.
dude,
I was
that really hurt.
because initially I was like, oh, Bucky made a friend with an old guy,
Yeah, I
and then
figured it was like maybe an old veteran that he fought with, maybe.
yeah, and then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, because then once you hear he's sad about his son, you immediately put 2 and 2 together. You're like, fuck, this is not good. This is not good. He killed his son, and we didn't. You know, one of the things that we've never gotten to get into is like he killed a lot of people under with
Yeah.
Hydra. So like he's got like a whole entire list. And like remember the line in Civil War, he goes, "I remember them all."
Mhm.
And so he really does remember them all. He's got an entire list of all the kills, and now he's trying to do better. And like the sequence where he like recites the 3 steps
Mhm.
at the therapist, that's too funny. I love that. So yeah, I love that aspect, and Sam's aspects are cool as well. Trying to get this business afloat, trying to
Yes.
get a loan. It's kind of crazy how the Avengers don't get paid for literally saving
I
the
do love
entire
how
year.
they touch on that because I've always wondered
It's like
how they
what?
get their money.
Like they don't even get paid. They
Yeah.
don't. They, like Tony, throw us a bone here, man. It's like what the hell? I mean, Sam's in the military, so he's got like
Yeah.
he's got a military kind of benefits and salary and all that, but still, you help save the universe. You deserve a little money. You deserve some money. I'm just saying, especially the ones who are registered with the
Mhm.
Sokovia Accords, because everyone knows who Sam Wilson is. Like,
Mhm.
I can understand why someone like Doctor Strange can't get some cash because like he's too busy. He's not like known necessarily. Like his face isn't known, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like the general public has not seen Doctor Strange's face in the universe, but like everyone knows who Tony Stark was, everyone knows who Captain America was, everyone knows who Falcon is. They should be getting paid. Just saying. Just saying. I don't know. What about you, buddy?
Yeah. Obviously they should get paid, and just the whole dynamic of, this guy Sam, he never asked for much as an Avenger. He's been saving the world, and he asked for so little, and he's just trying to get this loan to work on his business, and he just can't do it. They won't give him it, and it's crazy because it's such a small request, all things considered, that it just shows how there really is no special treatment regardless of what you've done. So, I think that's a really great way of showing that and displaying some of the social issues that are going to come up in the show, because I think we've only scratched the surface of all this. There's going to be so much more in that sense, and Sam's going to have a lot of struggles, man, and you can tell already. And Bucky, of course, this guy has straight up PTSD, and it's not good. So I'm very intrigued to see how these two come together, what their dynamic is. It's going to be very awesome to see them blossom blossom as friends there. I mean, I don't know. I'm just so into everything so far. It's a great show. I really haven't had too many issues with it so far, but if I had to guess, we've only seen the beginning of the action with the Flag Smashers. I mean, that was really an awesome sequence, though. I mean, you can feel the potential threat they're going to be. So, yeah, Flag Smashers, I'm very excited to see more of. Tom, what do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm not too familiar with them and
Me
like
neither.
from the comic books, so like it's gonna be interesting to like actually learn about them and see and kind of compare like what they are in the comic books compared to what they're doing in the MCU. So they seem to be very intriguing villains. They seem to like they're super strong. The leader, I forgot the leader's name. If he has a comic book name. So
Africa. Yeah.
yeah, so like that's a very interesting like going up against someone like with similar strength to like Steve Rogers and like kind of like a super soldier himself. And yeah, they seem to be like the right villains to do a Falcon and the Winter Soldier show with. Like it seems like a good match. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm excited about them. Sorry for cutting out for a minute. By the way.
No, it's all right. I had to keep talking. I was like, oh crap, he's gone. But
yeah,
I mean,
it's all.
the Flag Smashers seem really awesome, and really, a lot of these villains that we're gonna get in the show, they're gonna be villains that all see themselves as heroes, and that's gonna be the very interesting part of this entire show because they're all gonna feel they're in the right with what they're doing, and that's gonna be what makes this show thrive. I think the fact that there's gonna be a relatable aspect to pretty much everybody in the show, honestly, to an extent at least.
I agree. I mean, they're all very relatable characters, like you said. It's just, yeah. I mean, uh, just this entire show seems to be like it seems to be doing things that like it's like answering questions that we've had for like since Winter Soldier, the movie Winter Soldier. We never. The one thing I never noticed is like we never really like truly got to know Bucky and like his actual history with Hydra and like Sam has a family. Sam has a sister, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of stuff like that where you get to like really know everything like about these characters in a way that Steve, in a way that Tony, in a way that the characters who got their own movies, because like they've been side characters in every movie they've been in. Like there's never been a Falcon movie. There's never been. Well, I mean, Winter Soldier was sort of, but you're just getting to know like their personalities too, and you're getting to see like Bucky, like what he does when there's not a big Avengers battle that he has to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Like what does Bucky Barnes do now that he's out of Wakanda, right? His best friend's gone, and he's got to deal with the fact that he was a brainwashed assassin who killed a bunch of people. And now we have to learn about that. And now we have to learn. Now he has to deal with that basically alone because Steve kind of left him hanging,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of the kind of a downfall of Steve going back in time. But we understand why he did
I
that.
wonder if he's still alive, honestly. I can't
Yeah,
help because they kind of left it open ended in the beginning. On like they said he's gone, but like it's not a funeral. It's more of like honoring him.
yeah.
So
It's never explicitly stated that he's alive or dead.
I feel like he's just trying to get out of the spotlight, and he's kind of just on his own somewhere alone. But I don't know,
Probably's got like
just a guess, like a little
probably's
cabin.
got like a rural house or something, just
Yeah,
chilling.
I have a feeling that is what he's up to. I don't think he's dead. I think he might even maybe on this show, but eventually get a couple appearances as Old Man Cap. But like that's kind of what I see for him. I don't think he's dead yet. But if he is, I wouldn't be necessarily shocked either. But that's just kind of a gut feeling because I feel like they could have made it very clear from the get-go that, he's dead, but they did not. So I found that interesting. Hopefully we get to see more of him because more Chris Evans and never hurts.
No, of course. And, even though Feige said that kind of debunked the Chris Evans coming
It
back,
means nothing.
we know he's coming back. He probably they're not ready to talk about that, especially because they're trying to promote life without Captain America, life without Steve Rogers. So like
Yeah.
it would be the wrong time to announce that he's coming back. Like you can pick a worse time to say that he's coming back right now, because like they're trying to promote Falcon right now. So and we got a Rhodey cameo, by the way.
Yes.
And we got to get into like the meat and potatoes of the story. Sam gives the shield back, right? And Rhodey gives him a talk. And I like that conversation.
Yeah, and I mean, like he said, like he was referring to an Endgame where he feels like this shield belongs to somebody else, and that's the whole thing. And in the end, it's kind of the government saying, without even consulting
The
him at
government
all,
basically gave him a finger.
we have our own cap. Then if you're not going to do it, then better for us. We get to control our own cap, which is exactly what they always wanted. That was the point of Captain America, to be somebody that the government could control to protect the country, not somebody that went on their own and did their own thing, which is exactly what Cap was all about. I mean, that's exactly what Civil War was.
Steve Rogers went from being like, in the first Avenger, he was all about fighting for the government, fighting for his country, right?
Yeah. To do his own thing.
Winter Soldier hits, he's like, and then like you see Civil War, people with agendas, and he's like, and that's why he was so against the Accords, because he no longer trusts governments, people with authority. Captain America is pretty almost like anti-establishment, if that makes sense. Like he's not a government pony boy.
Not at all.
So like to see, but the government obviously does not like that, especially a guy whose name is Captain America. So like now we're seeing a mascot Captain America in U.S. Agent, and he's played by Kurt Russell's son, which is funny because Kurt Russell was in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
He has such a weird face.
He does. It's so punchable.
Like that. I said to my friend literally last night when we were watching this, like, the fact that it's so punchable is so perfect. Because you're supposed to hate this dude.
I can guarantee you, as soon as they put him in the costume and the costume test, I guarantee you Kevin Feige was like, yep, we nailed that one. Because you're gonna want to hate this guy. I mean that's kind of he's the villain, so you're gonna wanna hate him. So it's pretty dope. Pretty dope to have.
Getting a vibe though that he's not, like, I'm trying to think, because they kind of in all these trailers are setting him up as like he's a villain, but he's not necessarily a huge part of this show seemingly, because they've been putting so much more attention on the Flag Smashers and Zemo, and with him they've not really touched on much, unless they're not doing that because his role is so big that they don't want to tease it too much. But
that's my guess, actually.
But at the same time, it's like that's a lot of subplots you're going to have to go into in these 6 episodes. I mean, you're talking basically 3 different sets of villain groups, one being Zemo himself, one being the Flag Smashers, and the other being U.S. agents. So, I mean, that's going to be very interesting to see how they balance all that out. I mean, it's a lot of crap, but I'm sure they have a clear picture. I just don't know what it is quite yet.
Yeah, I agree. They have I think those are like the 2 main subplots. I mean, the 2 main plots are like the U.S. agent plot. I think the U.S. agent plot is mostly Falcons, if I were to guess, and then but also Falcon is involved with the Flag Smashers because like he's got Joaquin on the job down there, who he's gonna become the next Falcon, which is cool. I believe his name is Joaquin. Don't hold me to it. I watched this at 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah, okay?
I feel. Just, and I'm kind of stupid as well. Don't hold me. Don't hold me to the name, but I believe it's Joaquin. But like I'm saying, I think Winter Soldier is gonna get really involved with the Flag Smasher stuff, and then like I think Falcon's gonna I think you get what I'm saying. Falcon versus U.S. Agent, Winter Soldier versus Flag Smashers, but they will also intertwine as well.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
absolutely. I mean,
Boom. See, but also we forgot to mention the beginning action sequence.
oh,
I
it's great.
believe the soldier that Falcon saved is U.S. Agent.
Was it?
Yes, I believe it is because I believe that's Wyatt Russell's face with the beard and
I have to
the
check again, maybe.
I'm pretty certain it's him, but don't hold me all the way to it, but hold me
Okay.
most of the way to it. Just I believe it is him. But that would be pretty dope. Falcon saves him and then they give him like a super soldier serum or some shit. Maybe they were testing. Maybe they were testing on him. Whoever took him. I don't know, but we're gonna see that story unravel, and maybe. And if I were to guess, the U.S. Agent storyline and the Flag Smasher storyline is somehow connected. I don't think they are two separate storylines. I think there's going to be a point where we realize, oh shit, this is like part of like the same deal going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's usually how Marvel operates.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, really, with these shows, you need to explore the past of all these characters, I think. And I think that's the main purpose of these shows, to give these characters all this depth. And that's kind of what we had with WandaVision in part, aside from, because they do a good job of moving the universe forward while still going into the past to make these characters more interesting. And really, with a character like Sam, you need that, because this isn't just a random character. This is the new Captain America we're going to be getting.
exactly.
So you really need to have fans understand who he is, what he's been through, and why we should care. Because otherwise, it becomes a very bland character very fast. And so far
Yeah.
already, I'm starting to care about this character so much more in just one episode. So I think that by the end of this series, I'm really going to be all in on him. So I'm hoping Marvel does a great job with that, because this is what these shows are about, like I said, and I couldn't really ask for anything else. To me, that's exactly what the show should be. So good job with Marvel coming to that decision.
Yeah, I mean, in the Winter Soldier movie, you care about Falcon, but
Like, yeah, you did,
you're
just
just
not.
getting
You
more.
need
You're just
more.
getting
You
more
need more.
depth. You're
Yeah.
getting more. Yeah, you're just getting so much more in this show. You're learning about his family, what he does when he's not, Steve's sidekick, really. So, like, hey, what does Falcon do in his free time? Oh, he goes down to New Orleans and he has a boat and he has a sister and now he's trying to get a business started and he can't get a loan, uh, which is hilarious because uh, he literally just saved the world. So it's like what? It's kind of just pretty fucked up. Only in America could an Avenger not get a loan uh, for a business. But yeah, it is what it is. And it just yeah. That's basically what I'm saying. It's just cool to see.
What else? Is there anything else you want to talk about? I mean, I'm trying to think, because this episode, like, it gave us a lot. It was a lot of setting stuff up rather than the meaty part of the plot so far, which is fine. It's just that's just the way it starts. It starts off, which I expected. So I don't think there's a ton to talk about, but Bucky had a date, so that was cool.
Oh yeah, that was probably like one of my favorite parts of the episode was
I
just
was
seeing like
very happy for him.
yeah, it's just like, but also at the same time, one of the reasons it's one of my favorite parts is because you see that he's got like this internal struggle where he's like, I want to go out on this date, but
Well,
also
yeah,
like he's getting set off by certain things, and like he's just like he feels so bad about his past that he can't let it go, and
yeah,
it's very hard for him to date when he literally knows what he did under Hydra, or it's like I'm like this murderer,
of
it's like
course.
it's just like that's got to be so hard to like forgive yourself, and I think this is really I think this show is going to be a big redemption story for Bucky as well, where he's like, hey, I'm not that, I never have been that, it was just them that brainwashed me into doing all those terrible things. I'm not the man who killed, the older guy's son.
Hmm.
I'm the guy that saved the world, helped save the world. I was just in a bad situation, brainwashed. It wasn't me making those decisions,
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, figuring out his personal life is going to be very rough to watch at first, but I think by the end of it, he's going to be in a very good place, which is what we all want because Bucky deserves it. Like you said, he's been through a lot, and it's a big struggle, man. And just the scene with his therapist is really cool. I mean, I
Yeah.
really was into that whole
The
sequence.
3 steps.
Yeah, ignored every step except the last one.
Yep. Hi, I'm Bucky.
I'm Bucky.
My name's just Bucky Barnes. It's like that's too good, and
Every
you
time she
get
pulled out the notebook, oh no, not the notebook, not the
like
notebook.
he goes no. And
No.
he's like you're not doing this right now, are you? And it's just like it's just great. It's just great to see like you don't see too much of Bucky's personality because
Exactly.
like he's been mostly on the run and shit. But like now you get to actually see like, oh, he doesn't enjoy that. He's not enjoying the therapy right now, but it's actually much needed. You can tell that it actually works well for him. And you can also see that he's not answering Sam's phone calls,
Yes.
which is very interesting. So it's going to be interesting to see like them being brought together because
Exactly.
because Bucky's having a hard time just like having a friendship other than Steve. And like, but also a question I have is I think Steve might be dead because, why wouldn't Bucky call Steve?
That's
Steve's
true.
still around, so it's just, I think maybe during, I believe Falcon and the Winter Soldier is 6 months after Endgame. So like, I think Bucky, I think around during those 6 months, I think Steve might have passed or
It just
gotten
seems weird
sick.
they haven't directly addressed it yet.
Yeah. So,
weird.
also why wouldn't Bucky just live with Steve or something? But it is what it is. We're gonna find that out. I don't think Chris Evans has a cameo in the show. I'm just gonna say that.
I don't think he does either.
No, I don't think you're gonna see Chris pop up. Although you'll see pictures of him, but you won't see. Yeah. We already saw one giant fucking thing on the stanchion, which pretty cool, I must say.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, and then what else? What else is there in this episode? This was a really good episode. The scene where Falcon tries to get alone is pretty heartbreaking, but it's also pretty funny because the guy took a selfie with him. It's just, and like he just broke his heart, and like the bank guy goes, is it, can I get another selfie with you doing the wings? It's like, dude.
I mean, to the people, the Avengers are just pawns that they want to use at their own expense, and that's the reality of it.
Yep.
They don't really care about their own personal lives. And he's like, yo, I'd love to help you. I'm like, then do it. I mean,
if there's one guy that like you can make an exception for,
it's for any of the Avengers. Those are the group of people you absolutely need to make an exception for. Anything otherwise is absolute bull. So
like, come on. Just fucking do it. I mean, that's pretty fucked up. It is what it is. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see, how like I'm trying to say something, but I'm kind of dumb at the same time. But it's just interesting to see like Falcon outside of Steve's shadow, and as well as Bucky. It's interesting to see how they get their lives together post Endgame, post Snap, because they're gone for 5 years as well. It's like they just got back. Their friend's old now, and he's probably dead. And they're separated. Bucky won't answer the phone calls. Falcon's trying to get a business started. There's a lot of shit going on. There's a new Captain America in town. There's a lot.
I really love this about the post Endgame saga so far. They're really diving into the issues that have come from this post Blip world. I mean, they're not like ignoring it and just moving on to the next set of adventures entirely. They're like really deep diving into a lot of the issues that are coming up from this. I mean, we saw a touch of that in Far From Home. We saw a little bit in WandaVision with Monica Rambeau's character, and I think we're going to get even more than both of those combined with this
And
show because
apparently the Flag
yeah,
Smashers were kind of founded after the blip, because
yeah,
people were like thinking that they were better off during the blip, which is a
exactly.
pretty fucked up way of thinking. But
Yes.
yeah, what do you expect? They're the bad guys. They're bad guys, and yep. That there are people in this world that have views such as that, so that's not surprising. Uh, yeah, it's cool. This is a cool fucking episode. And I understand the complaints about it being slow, but I mean, you got one really cool action sequence
Yeah,
and a lot of really great character moments and a lot
for
of
sure.
great and a really great pickup from where Endgame left off, and now you're seeing where these people are, what they're going through, and now they're gonna have to come together because there's a lot of shit going down with the Flag Smashers. U.S. agent, they gave away the shield, and I'm so pissed. And that's such a
Mhm.
government thing to do. If that happened in real life, I would not be surprised. Like
Yeah,
like if there was like a real life Captain America and all those events happened in the real world, wouldn't surprise me that our government gave away the shield that quickly. Uh, but it's just that's I'm so excited to see U.S. Agent get his face smashed in. That's
yeah,
because
that'll be nice.
it's an
So
incredibly
punchable.
punchable face. It's incredibly punchable. It's like it's the nose. It's the nose. You can't deny it. It's the nose. You just want to boom. But yeah. Uh, is there anything else?
Not for me. I think we kind of covered everything. I mean, I'm looking forward to what they do moving forward, but for now, it was a lot of setup, and I think next episode we're gonna dive a little deeper into this plot, and who knows, maybe we'll
Yeah.
finally get
This plot's gonna move
Bucky and
quicker than
Sam
WandaVision.
talking. Oh yeah, totally. I mean, this show coming after WandaVision is very refreshing, just because after a show that's so plot oriented, which is great. I mean, I love it. It's good to get more of that action now, in addition
Yeah,
to the plot elements. So it's awesome. It's the kind of show that should follow WandaVision. So
it's one of the cooler things about the MCU, where you can do something like WandaVision, then you can do something more action oriented, like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because there's going to be a lot of really cool action in this
yeah,
show. You can just tell
absolutely.
these guys know what they're doing with the action. So that pumps me up, man. Uh, obviously, I think this first episode is probably going to be our shortest episode because there's not too much to talk about,
Yeah,
and there's not. This isn't. We haven't gotten into the meaty stuff yet. I think probably episode 2, episode 3 is when you're gonna get some reveals and shit. And then we can get really in depth. And
yes,
this is only the first episode of a 6 episode show, and they're pretty lengthy episodes. This one was, I believe, 43 minutes or something. So we're golden, and they're gonna get longer if I were to guess.
yeah. No, I'm totally with you. And now I'm just trying to think. I'm hoping that we get to finally see Bucky and Sam reunite in this next episode because their dynamic is what's going to interest me most about this show. I think so.
Shit, I have a theory.
Oh, I like theories.
I think the thing that's gonna bring Sam and Bucky together is Steve dying.
Ooh, that would be good actually.
I
That
think
would be
Steve's
very
gonna
good.
die. They're gonna go to the funeral. They're gonna meet up. Oh no,
I feel like there's not
Spidey.
going to be a funeral though. I don't know. I could be wrong, but
Or like a kind of a. Well, when Steve dies, how would anyone know? Like, is there someone caretaking him?
no, but that's my point in part. I don't think I feel like the public thought from the beginning that he was dead already, and that they were just kind of hiding him out.
Well,
Like
if you
I
look
think that's
at
what they're doing.
the beginning of Far From Home,
Yeah,
they already thought he was dead. They thought he died,
I
during the
think yeah.
Thanos battle.
I believe everybody thought that from the beginning. So I'm gonna go with that as just a gut feeling. But again, I have no idea.
Maybe,
Maybe
maybe
he is dead.
Sharon's staying with him because Sharon is now his granddaughter or niece, granddaughter.
Guess we'll find out.
Just oh goddamn, this guy. I just that theory just kind of broke my heart a little bit. Uh, It's like, what? Oh no. But yeah, I think he's dead. I think he's dead. And I'm sad now. So yeah. Good episode, good start. If I were to give it a grade, I think I'd give it like a 8, I would say.
Yeah, I would go with an 8, 8.5, maybe somewhere in that general realm. And I think that the rest of the episodes will be even higher because again, they're going to get into the meat of the plot, which is what
Yeah,
I'm
we
been
need
waiting for.
give us that meat. Thank you. Wow. This
Yeah.
episode was sponsored by Nathan's Hot Dogs.
Yeah.
Give us that meat. Yes.
Well, for next time we talk, we'll probably be doing Snyder Cut review finally.
Oh
Very excited
yeah.
about that. I have a
Yeah.
lot of thoughts.
Spoiler alert. We liked it.
Oh, I liked it. I
Oh,
liked it.
I can't wait to talk about that next, man.
And I'm far from a Snyder stan, so if I like it a lot, it will say a lot. Because I did not love Man of Steel, and I liked Batman v Superman. I didn't love it, so. But I will say I loved Snyder Cut, so I am excited to explain why and give all those thoughts very soon.
Yep, same here, man. I like Man of Steel, but I didn't really click with BVS, so we're kind of the inverse there. But
Yeah.
next episode we're gonna have Larry on, and that's gonna be awesome. I'm so pumped to talk about the movie because we've waited a long time for that one.
Yes, we have, man. All right, well, this has been great as always, Tom. But until next time, this has been another great episode of Cape Time. I'll see you next time. See you, everybody.
Peace.